Want to see a magic trick?
Hello and welcome to the final podcast, the last podcast you'll ever listen to.
Your final bros are here. It's Brian Hopper LaGrasta and Shane, not another teen, Abo Smith. And we are joined by the Cannibal Gypsy, Mike G.
Hola.
And Maddie with the stick as our producer. He's
Got
back.
that stick.
We're back. He's got the stick. Doing a Scott Derrickson flick. It's going to be a good time. It's not our first Scotty D flick. This was a book. Now it's a movie. Not another teen, Abo. And let's do it.
Shane, when's the last time you read a good book?
Last time I read a good book, probably,
Was it Joe Hill's The Black Phone?
no, it was actually
Was it book adaptation Joe Hill's on Black Phone?
no, it was definitely The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and I read
You
that
read
like
that book. Have
5
you seen
years
the,
ago.
Have you seen the movie?
I have, yes, I have.
What's her name?
Rooney Mara.
Yeah.
She's naked a ton in that movie.
Mike, was your last book about the indie darlings, the Black Keys?
Yeah, I read a whole biography about them.
Okay, let's leave Halloween in the past. We are in November now.
Grammy nominated.
The Indie Darlings.
Indie darling.
We are leaving those jokes in October. It is November.
Duo
We're
Black Keys.
doing
Coming upon Thanksgiving
yes.
in a couple of weeks.
That's why we just came off of Thanksgiving, the greatest turkey movie the world has ever seen.
I don't know if you saw that this is
What's
based on
going
the
on?
short story The Black Phone by Joe Hill.
I didn't know that.
So you've never read book adaptation?
Did you know that's Stephen King's son?
Joe Hill?
Yeah.
Is that
You're right.
It's a pseudonym.
That
Yeah.
makes so much sense.
Yeah,
That's,
it
that's
is.
his
A
alias?
pseudonym.
How is it crazy that like this guy is Stephen King's son? Nobody knows about him, yet he's better than his father.
He wrote a better ending. This movie, though, does have children. And the thing is, though, it does have a man who likes to grab them.
We got a grabber.
grabber.
Grabber's a cool villain,
See,
man.
I could be the grabber in real life because I'm real handsy.
You're a
You
real
are
grabber.
super
I
handsy.
like grabbing. I wouldn't do it to the kids though.
No, of course not. By the way, I just want to say,
I would do it to consenting female adults.
and also sometimes
Sometime-
non-consenting adult men.
Yeah, yeah.
But what I would say is that I actually, not that anybody cares or gives a flying fucking abo about this, but I own 2 Joe Hill novels.
Which two?
One called The Fireman,
Okay.
and then the other one is called, I think it's like, I don't know if it's supposed to be a license plate, but it spells out NOS 482. If you want to look that up.
Matt, do
Matt,
a
look
fact
that
check.
up.
Type in Joe Hill and type in NOS 4, like the number 4. I think there's an 8 and a 2.
You also own The Snowman.
Or there's an A, NOS 4A2. And
Nos for a.
That's Joe Nesbo.
Ah,
Not to be mistaken with Joe Hill.
I mix them up all
No,
the time.
it's a book though, Matt. Can you look up the book? I don't know if that's the adaptation off the Joe Hill book.
Remember how fucking boring that movie was?
Abra.
Can you do a spell check on that?
Abra.
Can you
It's
answer
alright.
my question?
I want to reach out and grab
Nancy,
you.
Oscar, Sally for Apple II.
Oh. And what is it about?
What was The Fireman about?
I have no idea. I haven't read it.
Oh, you didn't read it.
I could pull it out for you after this episode.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's pull it out.
And then once you're done with that, Matt, I want you to check if 'cause I thought The Black Phone was a novel, but it says a short story. Maybe this is a short book. But in any case, we looked that up. This came out in 2023.
Yep.
I thought
So-
this was
Or
21.
no, it was 21. You're right. 2021.
This
It's
was almost peak vid.
relatively fresh, but this dude, Scott Derrickson, has put out some pretty good flicks.
Yes, he has.
Like what?
Well, obviously Sinister is the notable one.
Yep.
But have you ever seen Deliver Us from Evil?
No.
Super solid, actually.
Okay.
Super solid. And then he did Exorcism of Emily Rose, which I have not seen. Only parts I've seen.
It was an okay exorcism movie. It wasn't no devil in me, but the devil inside, I think was it. But
I think there's a devil everywhere. And
there's so many devils.
Yeah.
We gotta review that still.
Which one?
The devil inside.
Your favorite?
Oh, it's so good. It's
Yeah.
so good. Remember, Mike?
Have I seen it? I don't know.
Mike, that was on list too.
Yeah. What's up?
The unfinished list.
It's
That's what I call it.
about a woman with supernatural gifts for finding lost items who encounters a child kidnapper.
Okay, nothing to do with the vampire. Cool. Do me a favor. Also, can you look up Scott Derrickson movies? And then while you do that,
we'll jump right into the spooky pit.
Oh shit.
Matt's double dipping right now.
The Black Phone, like Mike G said, was released in 2021. Tons of kids got the black van treatment and communicate to a young boy in a basement from a disconnected phone. Film was directed by Scott Derrickson and it stars Mason Thames, Madeline McGraw, Ethan Hawke,
Love it.
and Jeremy Davies. Question for the group here.
Ready.
Quick question and consult. Is Ethan? So you know how you do like scream queens? Is there like a horror dude list? Like dudes that are just like in horror movies, like Bruce Campbell, Kane Hodder,
Robert Englund,
like these guys. Is there a group? And like, if there is Ethan Hawke in consideration for that group
as like a horror icon?
Yeah. Taking Lives, The Getaway.
I was gonna go more with Sinister, The Black Phone.
Look out! He was in that vampire
The
movie.
Eight.
He was in that vampire movie. Daybreak, is that what it's called?
Oh, true.
Something like that. Daywalker.
Oh,
something?
Training Day.
Training Day. He was in that.
He's in Training Day.
Matt is like pulling up multiple lists. He's just like we're
really working him, and I love it.
All right.
That is not Ethan Hawke. That is Ethan Hawkins.
Nice.
Matt.
There you go.
So if you, like think about it, like Ethan Hawke is in the Black Phone. Ethan Hawkins is in the Black List.
Great job.
Like Ethan Hawke in this movie, he's just out there grabbing boys, trying to teach them. He's trying to teach them not to be naughty boys.
That's his thing.
wanna
He
be
likes to
naughty.
play the naughty game.
Tell you what.
Okay, would you guys play the naughty game?
I think I would have to test the limits of the naughty game.
Yeah.
Although it doesn't look like it ends well, it's part of his process.
Yeah.
I do have some questions about the naughty game. Like I feel like is the naughty game like the step before you actually just die?
Yes. So essentially, the second you're naughty, you die.
Yeah.
Well, you get beaten by the belt, and then
And
you
then
die
you
after,
die.
like the day after.
So I looked up both. What am I looking up for Scott Derrickson as well?
His directorial movies, starting from his first to, is this the most recent one he put out?
I think so.
VHS 85 is the most recent one.
Oh, no, he probably has a segment in there, which is interesting now because that's the next one I have to watch.
And then
Start from the first one if you can.
okay, so
Only studio films.
Doctor Strange, Deliver Us from Evil, Sinister,
What a start.
The Day the Earth Stood Still, Exorcism of Emily Rose, Hellraiser, Inferno.
Oh,
That's the one with the cop, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know he directed that. Ooh, that's hot.
That was like number 5 or 6.
That was 5.
That one wasn't bad, actually.
No, that was probably one of the
Yeah.
best of the later end Hellraiser.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably the 4th best one, right?
Yes.
Because like after the first 3,
and then that one,
because
because
4
the
was
4 is
garbage.
bad. 4 is bad.
Yeah, 5 was good.
4 was directed by Alan Smithy, which is a name you use if you don't want to be named as the director for a movie.
Shane.
It's a fact I'm throwing at you. You like that fact, Mike?
I like
Good
that.
fact.
Thanks. I'm all about the facts.
Oh, but yeah, so honestly though, Deliver Us from Evil is solid. I still have to see Exorcism of Emily Rose or The Day the Earth Stood Still. I don't think I saw that one either. But Deliver Us from Evil stars Eric Bana and Olivia Munn with crazy like Bronx accents,
Okay, I'm in. I'm gonna watch it.
like hyper accents.
I'm in. I'm all about watching it.
It's also relatively based on a true story. Like it's like a demonic movie, but like relatively supposedly based on or inspired from true events. But that was one I would like to do on this movie. I'd also do Emily Rose because I feel like
I would do that. Yeah. We got a lot we need to cover. The issue is so many good horror movies keep coming out that we're not hitting some of the older stuff, but we get to it when we can.
I think there's been a horror boom, a boom
Lately,
period.
yes.
I feel like there's been a ton of movies that have come out, and a lot of them are very similar to other movies. Like I feel like a lot of movies are coming out where it'd be like this is like literally the same movie as this other one that came out the year prior.
Yes.
I feel like there's a lot of similarities, but like stuff like this is pretty original.
Yes, this is great.
I feel like for a long time, horror was just like a jump scare.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
And then like there was just maybe like another a jump scare.
Almost got me that second time.
I actually farted. I like that so much.
And then like 12 minutes later, a jump scare.
I knew it was coming that time.
And that's what horror was for like fucking 12 straight years. You don't. I see what you did there. I see what you did.
All right, so let's talk about...
Holy fuck.
Black vans. Can we talk about black vans?
Let's talk about black vans, black phones, black roses.
Black keys. Oh, I'm a lonely boy.
Full circle. Matt, you want a Werther's?
No, we don't do that on this show.
Oh, you're right. Open this for me, please.
Is it a twist off?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Matt knows. He knows all about that twisted tea. That was so fucking easy.
It's in the name. It has a twist.
I am not gonna lie to you.
It didn't come off.
I'm gonna. While you guys do this, I'm gonna start. So basically, the intro to this movie is you see a bunch of missing kid posters.
Yes.
Hanging around town.
There's also a baseball game.
We can do the baseball game where young Barry Zito is looking pretty good on the mound.
Yes.
But he just lays one right down the pipe that is fucking clocked.
By Benny Agbayani.
Bro, holy shit. That was crazy. But like, the kid's throwing fucking gas, right?
Yeah, Barry.
He fucking hangs a slider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't hang a slider.
Yeah, he made one critical
Especially
error.
the Benny Agbayani, former right fielder of the New York Mets.
I actually
hangs the slider.
I actually really like the kid though, because I feel like I like the sportsmanship he gave him.
Yes.
He deep stares him for a bit because he just hit a walk-off homer.
He walked off.
But then after the game, he's like, "You almost got me."
Your arm is mint.
Okay,
Your
something
arm
that's
is
off
mint.
about that small little nitpick, just a little bit of a small nitpick. Boo. Did that work? All serious, yeah. Press a button.
Bruce Yamada, that's his name.
Yes.
So mint, right? That's a very current term, right? Like that shit's mint.
No, I think it was used back then.
And like this is a 70s movie.
78, I think it
Yeah.
takes place.
They didn't say fucking mint in the 70s, Shane.
You don't know that. Were you alive?
No, but
They had mints.
Andes.
Yeah. Andes mints.
I'm not gonna lie, I knew nothing about this movie walking in, and as soon as I saw it was in the 70s, I was like, God damn it, because I fucking hate hippies.
Yeah, it's fair.
Yeah, but there's no hippies in this
What do you
movie
think, like-
unless you count the one boy with the bandana.
What do you think they're saying? Like, hey, Steve, your Schwinn is mint.
Is that a Schwinn?
So yeah, as soon as this
Guy clocks a home run, he gets
gets abducted, Benny Agbayani is taken into the black van. He's gone.
Yeah, forever.
So the thing I was thinking with the movie, the timeline's kind of interesting because I guess if you naughty boy very fast, you're killed faster because Finney Jones here is like, I felt like in the grabber's basement for like at least like a week.
Okay,
Whereas
so
the other kids must have been like really naughty kids because they get killed pretty fast.
Well, they try to escape right away.
Also, the grabber specifically says there's something special about Finney.
Well, yeah,
And we learn there is.
he hears ghosts.
You could have made a way better joke and said, I hear dead people, instead of, I see dead people.
Or with a ghost.
I do.
Fuck.
I do have major criticisms of this movie, by the way.
Okay.
I'm
There's
gonna be
definitely
fair.
some,
Yeah, like the sister storyline is the lone plot device to find out that he's not dumping where he's killing.
Yes. Okay. So the issue with the sister storyline is how the police use her in their investigation, where in the 70s, they would have just burned her as a witch.
like her whole storyline about like adopting these characteristics from her mother. The sole purpose is to lead the police to the house where their bodies are,
Yes.
and not where the actual crimes are being committed.
Which is literally right across the street.
Yeah.
Yes, because somehow a man who is a magician owns 2 homes. In the
Yeah,
70s. That actually was the most in a movie where a girl is psychic and a man talks to ghosts through a black phone. The most unrealistic part was that Ethan Hawke owned 2 homes.
Yeah, and it's actually supporting a brother.
Yes.
who's like staying
Who
with
has a
it.
coke habit? Coke wasn't cheap in the 70s.
Maybe he's got like, he's also dealing the coke. So he's got some.
Maybe,
Some
but
green.
like, so this is very Dewey-esque, where it's like Dewey just had a twin bed, and like he was on a cop salary, and Ethan Hawke is just selling black balloons and somehow owns 2 homes.
He's got a lot of real estate. Also, Dewey was super poor. He only made like $18K a year.
Well, he's definitely making more than $18K selling these balloons.
True.
He also is this really good business of like successful business to some degree of taking kids.
Oh, he's pretty efficient at it.
Yeah.
How many naughty boys were buried?
He had at least 5 naughty boys.
So he only took boys, no naughty girls.
No, ew, God, that's gross. It's only naughty boys.
No, he actually only took boys. And he would do it by saying, do you want to see a magic trick? He would throw them in the back of his van when they're gullible and being nice boys.
He would gas them up.
Well, yeah, he would spray that like if you ever been
that?
to a bowling alley
I have.
and they spray your shoes.
That's what
Dude,
that
that shit was sick. He like basically dumped the entire can in the kid's mouth.
Yeah.
Yo, no wonder I can never remember. Like when I leave a bowling alley, I'm like, what did I fucking bowl? Boom!
Get better. But yeah, so
I'm like, did I bowl a fucking 300 tonight? I think so.
So like just to throw
But
some,
in reality, it was like an 85.
yeah, so I'm going to throw some facts out here, rapid fire, just to get us kind of caught up to what we're at. The kids' parents, Finn and the sister's mom is dead. The dad is very abusive. He
Alcoholic.
beats them.
He hates noise.
Beats them mercilessly. The brother is bullied at school, and he gets attacked by these 3 kids, and he gets defended.
He's got a
by
protector though.
Robbie.
No joke. This scene, he would fucking kill that kid.
Now,
He is just annihilating.
now
that kid's
Robbie
face.
is bullied for being a Mexican, yet this bendejo means business.
That was actually really good. The issue is though, he's gonna do the that thing kids did in the 70s, which is ride a bike alone by yourself into a factory
Because he's being a bendejo.
and he's just gonna get abducted by the grabber. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it seems like every 2 days the grabber's getting a naughty boy.
Actually, don't think he's that good at it. He only got away with it because like technology wasn't around back
He
then.
was actually really bad at it. Like
Yes.
the way that I'm actually surprised he got away. He does it in broad daylight in like the middle of parking lots.
And he's like super loud and he like trips and stuff and spills shit everywhere.
Yeah,
And that
he
gas
also has
guzzler
a
van?
very, very obvious black rape van.
And like his obvious mask that he just like literally when he abducted Robbie, you just see the scene of like Robbie walking up to the car, up to the van. He's like literally he's out of the van, like walking towards him.
Yeah.
Like it's not super secretive.
No. So, Bang Agbayani's gone. Danny Trejo's gone. And now we're down to Finn
Trejo.
Jones.
That fucking bendejo.
Finn Jones, he's going to be the next one to get abducted here. Basically, after he's getting bullied by the kids again because Robbie's been abducted.
Show me your best bully.
Fucking rape you because I'm in a Stephen King film and bullies rape in Stephen King films.
You know, that's actually a good comparison. This is his son.
Yeah.
And it does feel a little over exaggerated in this
Yes.
movie too. Like these bullies are kind of like sick.
Yes, there is a gene that the Kings have where the bullies rape on sight.
They're insane. like dude, they beat to a bloody. I actually kind of get an odd satisfaction when the bullied kids beat the shit out of the bullies though.
Yeah, well, dude, the sister kills the guy, right?
Well, like she like smacks him in the head with a rock, and he's just like watching the fight, and she's just like next to him.
No, but like he's
bleeding.
bleeding profusely from the top of his
I
head.
don't think he was dead though. But
No, because
he
he'd
would-
be in prison.
he,
But
would- he
like,
would be dead. She would be in prison instead of going right back to school. But that's the 70s.
I fucking love. I don't love it because it ends in child abuse, but it's so funny how she gets interrogated by the police, and then it literally cuts to the next scene, and it's just the dad whipping the shit out of her.
Oh,
and I'm
yeah.
like, that is a drastic jump.
It's kind of crazy because she got whipped for just doing like a civil duty because she has to talk to the police.
Yes.
Like, what choice does she have?
Yes, and that's the one thing I do kind of hate about this movie, is they like make the dad like, oh, I'm so sorry at the end, like because your mom died, I beat you for all those years, and are we supposed to be like bad for the dad? I'm like, he's still a scumbag, like,
Right. And at the end, he just like walks up to them and hugs them.
and
I
begs
wonder-
for forgiveness.
I know-
I'm like, I don't feel
so
empathy
I
for.
could be like really wrong with this, but like my whole thing when I saw that scene, I wonder if they were trying to make like a weird comparison between him and like you don't really get a lot of background on the grabber, but clearly the grabber was himself.
Okay.
So I wonder if it was like a comparison to like maybe like his dad was never like that vulnerable, and I think maybe like the vulnerability of the father who you thought was like this evil guy, like obviously there was undertones of being a human under that.
Yeah. Okay.
Disguised by alcohol. I don't know if that was like what they were going for.
It makes sense because when you think about it, there are similarities because the grabber's whole thing is he wants to beat the naughty boy with the belt, which would in turn kind of make sense of like why if his dad beat him with the belt like that all the time, like why he grew up to want to beat naughty boys.
This movie does like make you guess on like his background because it doesn't cover it like at all.
No.
But you have to make leaps and assumptions based on the dialogue, and he definitely was beat. Like two things is very, very obvious about him, at least in my opinion from watching this, is he was definitely abused and he is definitely ashamed of what he does.
Yes.
Like, I think that's why he wears the mask.
Yes, and that's why he has different masks based off of what he's feeling or going to do.
And I also think that's why he has two different locations, because I think that he's so ashamed of what he does, he can't live in the same house that he buries the bodies.
Or kills the people in.
Exactly.
Even. Yeah, I agree. What did you think of the storyline of his brother Max living in the home with him, trying to figure out who the grabber was, but being so stupid he didn't realize the strange boys being brought into his home were the victims?
Like the story, think it could have been executed better. Like I feel like that could have like led to more of a climax.
Yes.
With him like not being a cokehead and like doing better detective work. I do like the story of him like looking and researching the grabber.
Me too. I do like that he
house.
solves it too. Finally.
Yeah.
But I just feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm being unrealistic, but I feel like it's impossible to live in the same home as someone with it only being a one-floor house with a basement and not
an exposed door. Like you know something's got to be behind that door. Like how do you not know what's behind this door?
Like how do you never like know? Like it's not like Ethan Hawke was always in the house like Max was. So like for him to never notice like he's like, I should have known he was going out at strange times at night and the basement was locked. And for some reason, one of the missing kids' bike chains is on our front door. Like, how did, like, I don't get, like, how he didn't piece that together sooner.
Maybe he's so deep in the coke.
I guess that, but that's such a cheap cop-out. They're like, well, we can't have him figure it out, so he's a cokehead.
Yeah, a bit of a weak plot, but.
Also, apparently, doesn't he? He literally just sits there. He literally sits in a chair waiting, shirtless, waiting for it to beat him. Wouldn't the brother like just come down? And
right, like what if the brother had to pee at night or want a glass of water, and he just walked into his kitchen with shirtless Ethan Hawke holding a belt,
wearing a mask.
Yes. Does he just assume he's just a strange dude?
He's getting ready for his next round of Naughty Boy.
They also have a dog.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Samson?
Samson.
Selma?
That was close. I knew it was an S name. Selma, Samson.
Change like the dog sangria comes down at the end of the
The dog senorita comes down.
Yeah, that dog's an asshole.
I don't want to say that. He's just poorly trained.
Makes him an asshole.
Trained by a killer.
Oh, he's just a lonely boy.
See what you did there?
I gotta stop.
God, we really gotta tighten up these jokes.
There you go, Shane. He's getting it now.
Tighten up on these reins.
He's getting it.
Say something. Say something, Black Keys. Do it.
Say something. I'm giving up on you. Was that them? I don't think that was the Black Keys.
Damn it.
I don't think it was either.
Sugar, we're going down.
Oh my God, that was like fucking. We did that on Final Friday.
We did.
Yeah. Talked enough about Fall Out Boy on Final Friday.
You know what I want to talk about? Grabbing.
Oh, we're a big grabbing podcast.
Yeah.
That's at least
We're
one thing.
very
So,
grabby here.
in terms of the villainry, did I just make up that word?
I like villainry.
I was thinking about falconry, so I went into villainry.
I want to go villainry.
The
I'd say it's a
villainry.
word now.
Ethan Hawke is a great villain in
He
this.
is.
Right? Like I feel like he plays this role well. It's very ominous and mysterious because like you have to piece the background. You don't get it all. I'm actually really upset that they're making a Black Phone too.
Wait, they are?
What? Yeah, dude,
Why?
look it up, man. Get to work.
It's
to work.
confirmed. I saw that. There.
Is it a prequel where he takes Benny Akbayani?
I feel like they have to do a prequel. Like the story's complete.
Yeah, there's nothing to it. Like
I liked the ominous background. I almost don't want more. I like you piecing it together.
I like to know more about him.
You do want more.
Yeah, I want.
I want to actually know how he looks so thin, yet while sitting in a chair looks like such a beef mountain. Do you notice when he was sitting down, holding the belt, ready to play some naughty boy? He looked pretty like thick,
like you meant
like
good
fat?
thick. No, I think he looked like
thick.
He had like this like he's like Jericho bod.
Yeah, but like when he was like doing the grabbing, he looked very thin. Like I guess maybe the magician clothes really hid how thick he was.
I don't think Ethan Hawke is thick.
He's not.
You gotta see him shirtless in a chair. Have you ever seen him sedated shirtless in a chair?
He's like dad fit. Like is what he is.
Yeah.
He was like dad fit.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Because I'm not calling him fat. It's just like
he's not fat.
He's thick.
Yeah, no, because it's like he's got the muscle tone. It's clearly there. He's just got that layer of dad over it.
Yes.
How old is Ethan?
Is he even a dad? Because I'm saying this, he may not even be a father.
Yeah, isn't his daughter Maya Hawke?
You know, you're absolutely. How did I not forget about that?
Yeah.
He's a good father.
Yeah, because I like her in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
She's got nice boobies.
Oh my God, isn't she like 12? I'm kidding.
Maya Hawke? No.
How old is Maya Hawke these days? We're gonna have to look that up.
I hope she's older because of
Ethan Hawke is
what I just.
53.
He's 53.
Maya Hawke is.
For the love of God, be it.
She's 26.
26.
Okay, good. I don't feel bad about saying she had nice cans. Yeah, this scene was kind of uncomfortable for me to watch.
Yeah, the dad who definitely plays Daniel Faraday in Lost. He is holding a belt, and he's gonna beat his kids with it.
The way she gets him to like almost stop is dropping his bottle of like.
Yeah, it just makes her beat her a little harder though for a little bit.
Do you think? I mean, I probably would have done the same thing as a kid. It's your way of fighting back. You fight back by going for the liquor.
100%. She had the right idea.
So she has this thing where she sleeps over a friend's house every fucking Friday.
Well, yeah. Would you want to be home if you're getting beat with a belt?
But you're also like leaving your brother high and dry.
Yeah, but he doesn't beat him.
Oh, he's still got to like take care of this fucking loser though.
He's just drinking his OJ.
He's a big movie buff, this kid. I like him.
Yeah. Well, he's going to get kidnapped by the grabber.
Yeah, that's coming.
Because he's gonna show him a magic trick.
Yeah, so we actually could just go to that because honestly, we've talked about so much past it. We might as well actually talk about that.
The grand kidnapping.
Yeah. So he gets kidnapped, middle of the road. The same old routine. Oh, I dropped my groceries. You want to see a magic trick? Bowling alley spray, and then he's in the basement.
Yep, he's in the basement checking it around. One thing that is very obvious about the basement is that there's a black phone.
Yes.
The black phone, I would probably say.
And it's so this is the thing, and I want someone to explain it to me.
Oh, okay.
Only the grabber and Finn hear the phone ring.
Yeah.
Why do they have that
ability?
Yes.
I don't know. I think it's I don't know why the grabber has that ability, I want to say.
But why does the grabber say it hasn't worked since he was a kid or something?
But that's what confuses me because all the kids say he can hear the phone.
I have to think there's like a repetition, like a cyclical thing here, but like he was beat as well.
Yeah.
Like I have to think like that's a thing.
I'm thinking that maybe he used to be trapped in that basement too, and he would hear it.
Yeah, I think there's got to be elements to that.
Good observation, Matt.
This is why we hired a producer.
And the reason why he can hear it, I think, is just very clear because he's in the place where all these kids are getting killed.
Yes. And his sister's already psychic, so we already have the...
Yeah, so that's the one thing I did not see coming about this movie.
Psychic sister.
And like a kid that could hear dead kids.
You have to realize one thing about Stephen King and Stephen King's son, Joe Hill. Every single fucking book and movie has a psychic shoehorned into it.
Yeah.
Whether it's The Shining or It.
Yeah.
Or fucking... probably Cujo. Like, there's always a psychic.
Yeah. You're right. If you think about it. I never like thought about it, but...
Like... In Shining, Danny has the Shining, so he's psychic. In It, isn't it the one kid he can see the future or something like that?
Yeah.
I can't remember. It's what's his name?
Oh, probably Ben Dejo.
No, it's not Ben. It's the other one. I can't remember now. But like everyone, they all have that ability in these movies.
Some element of like
psychic
or prophecy or something. Yeah. So like, here's like. With this movie, and I don't know if this is like also, I was looking for like the religious zealot character, and the only religious tone I got in this movie was her praying. Was there any other? Because like that's a staple, right? The bully, the crazy kids, the unrealistically terrible parents.
So I guess in a way, it's still kind of, I don't know if I guess it does, because she like prays constantly until eventually at the end she's like, fuck it, I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
So I guess that's like, you know.
But there's always usually like one wildly religious person.
Yes. This is more so just like, I guess this is Joe Hill being his own man.
Like, I'm going to pray, praying's not work, so I'm going to rely on my psychic abilities.
Yes. So
which my dad has told me to that doesn't exist, or to pretend it doesn't exist.
Yes. Because apparently the mom's psychic abilities were so strong she killed herself, is what we're supposed to.
Yeah. It went from psychic to psychosis.
So you always got to be careful. All right. That mask.
Creepy or not?
Yes. Like, see how thin he looks here? Like, he's looking.
You're saying he's lean?
Thin. He's looking lean.
Do you see those?
Wait until he's in a chair.
You see those stairs behind him?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stairs, dude.
True.
Also,
So
he
his
makes.
calves got to be thick.
You're hyper fixating on his body, and I'm all for it.
Like, if he keeps coming down here, wouldn't the brother be like, "That's a lot of stairs"? I guess you shut the door, you don't hear anything.
Well, that's the
but, like,
idea.
You're going
It's
up
like
and down the stairs constantly.
He makes a point to like that he soundproofed the
Soundproofed it
basement.
myself, huh?
Also, like,
Fuck, see Michael Jackson.
It kind of does. Like, there's times where he talks.
Yeah,
like,
he does get that like whimsical voice.
Yes.
Maybe there's a little bit of a child in him.
I think that's what it is. Is this depending on the mask he's wearing? He goes more to a child state. I think each mask reflects a different personality he kind of experiences, whether it be his chaotic side, because he wears a specific mask when he's in the naughty boy chair.
great fucking shot.
He's
right
got like
here.
the three masks. He's got like the full grin, which
Yeah.
is this. He's got like the blurred mask where there's really no expression, and then he's got the frown.
Yeah.
And then some of it you see like the emotion in his face because he takes parts of the mask off.
Yes.
Also, notice how Finney got him good on the arm.
He did give him a slice. So while Finney's down here, he gets phone calls from the young boys who have been murdered.
Like
The naughty boys,
the young boys.
young naughty
like
boys.
Billy, the mail delivery kid.
Yes.
is one of them.
And Benny Agbayani's the other one.
Vance is another one.
Vance is the other one. And then it's Rudy.
Rudy Gobert.
What was the Mexican boy's name?
Oh, Bandejo.
Robbie.
Robbie. I knew it was somewhere in R. They all basically give him tips that like bring him to like what he's got to do. It's like pull this window out, carve this floor open, eat your eggs, like all that. Like they go through all the basics. Basically, the most important thing they mentioned to him is just don't go upstairs or you're officially the naughty boy.
Yeah, the element. I think you kind of get the tone of this movie right away and where it's going.
Yeah.
For me, like the vibe was actually not even a Stephen King vibe in this part. I felt more like a Guillermo del Toro movie where you just see like these ghosts, which is also a part I actually did not like from the movie. To be honest.
Ghosts?
I didn't like the ghosts.
Would you have liked it more if he just talked to them on the phone and they weren't actually there?
Yeah, 100%. Like being there and like lip syncing the words of the audio,
Yes.
really was not necessary.
There's one. Okay, so it didn't bother me as much as you until the part with Robbie. I think it was so corny when he was actually like swinging the phone with him when they were doing the step back and everything.
I think they were coaching him on like their failures.
Yes.
And it seems like he was like walking through them, and like at the end was like absolutely perfect execution.
So that's the thing. It was like he took all failures and turned it into the ultimate Home Alone trap.
Yeah, it really was. But it had to like seamlessly go perfect.
Yes.
Which like brings me like a timeline question. How long are these kids down there where they could?
Which is why I brought that up. I guess it depends on how fast you're naughty. Like you would be dead really fast.
Because you're
super
naughty.
naughty.
Yeah, you're like the naughtiest boy I've ever known.
And you go from like nice to naughty very quick because you have to walk up those stairs. You have to walk up that hill. You have to run up that hill, Joe Hill.
I get it. Like Brian is not wrong. It's all about running up that hill. Be running up that building. Because that song came out in like the 80s, right? Oh,
Yeah,
that take place in the 70s.
That's the Kate Bush. Did not come out yet.
No,
But the placebo version is
better.
better.
Much better. Everyone knows that. He's such a naughty boy too. He did so many drugs.
What show made that song popular again?
Stranger Things again.
Right.
Yeah. I feel like that song became a bestseller again.
It did. It got radio. The Kate Bush song got radio play off of Stranger Things.
Nuts, dude.
Yeah. Crazy.
And I feel like they made in season 1, was it? They made that Clash song popular again too. Should I stay or should I go?
The craziest thing is that show debuted like fucking 14 years ago, and they're just getting to season 5.
Yeah. TV shows now like this, like they put all the episodes out at once. I feel like they don't come out with a season every year anymore.
No, it's every 2 or 3 years, and honestly, it's making me not want to watch television.
You gotta like
I hate waiting.
You have to rewatch you can't watch shows like that anymore. You gotta like watch the whole thing through.
I missed when like House had a season and then took 3 months off and then had a second season. Like I want that level of like. I always look at it like Game of Thrones, right?
They
Game
did
of Thrones was every year on the dot up until the last season.
Yeah.
Why can't shows do that have a much lower budget than Game of Thrones? It makes no sense. There's no reason I have to wait until the children in Stranger Things are 45 to get to the end of the show.
She's married now.
She's fucking married.
What's her name?
I think in this last season, she's still 11.
It's crazy.
What are we doing?
It's because they take on roles for movies. That's why.
Well, dude, then don't do TV shows.
And
like I miss slave labor with movies, right? You were in a TV show. You did that TV show till they killed you.
Yeah.
Let's bring that back, right?
Breaking Bad.
I do agree though. Like, it does ruin the integrity of the show, and it actually ruins the viewer experience.
Yeah, I agree. It makes me want to watch the show because why am I going to wait 2 years? I'd rather just watch a bunch of movies.
Oh yeah, I'm with you 100%.
So I got a quick fun fact about this movie. Apparently, the Paperboy reference is actually a reference to a kid named Johnny Ghosh from Iowa who was actually kidnapped as well.
Really?
Back in the day, yeah.
Was he okay, Johnny Ghosh?
Never. It says Paperboy from Iowa who was on a route with his dog and disappeared. His dog was found later, but Johnny's disappearance remains unsolved
Wow,
to this day.
that's nuts.
So it was in red. So that's they actually put a little reference in there.
It's crazy when you think about all the people that have just gone missing.
Yeah, they're
never found. Like there will never be like an answer to that question of what happened to them.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy. It's scary.
I would like to say back to this movie.
Yes.
He picks up the phone. He's getting these tips from these kids. I think the one kid, Billy, mentioned something about like if you look at the floor, it's not level with the wall. There's some like he basically pulls out some like little rope.
Yes, and that's how he's able to pull the grate down from the window. Like I said, he's going to MacGyver a trap where he carves out the floor. He puts the grate under the floor to cause a broken
dirt in
ankle.
the receiver of the phone, so it's heavier.
Blows out a wall entirely.
Yeah.
Robbie teaches him how to hit with the phone after putting dirt in it.
Yeah.
By taking a step back, a step forward, a step back, forward 45 times, the same age as 11 now, because it took Stranger Things fucking 47 years to make it.
That's
Fucking
what I'm saying.
5 seasons of the show. It's crazy.
This has been a heated episode.
So heated, so hot. Oh my God. You want to see my good... I was working on this impression of you.
Okay.
It's really not ready to deliver it yet, but I'll do it. You ready? Oh,
Am I Santa Claus?
That's my impression of
Impression
you.
of me. Okay.
That's Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. Yikes. Well, with that said, can we fast forward and see his body?
Usually I fixate on the male form, but I like how you're doing it this week.
You're talking about like the chair form?
Yes.
You're feeling this. Yeah,
Yeah, there it is. There it is. Back up. I saw it.
I should mention that she gets dreams during while this is happening, right?
Like he's looking a little thick, right?
He's got
Like it's an interesting body because he looks muscular.
Yeah.
he's got built to him.
I'm actually going to go on a limb and say I actually think he looks kind of good.
Yeah, no, I wasn't saying he looked bad.
Like his chest is clearly defined.
yes, that's what I'm saying.
Shane,
But his like,
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
100%. Like I just want to let you are valid.
yeah, okay.
You are on the money. Actually, you know what? I mean,
See, the way you described it to me, I thought he was going to have like rolls.
No. I mean like thick.
Like Ethan is looking good for an early 50s male.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I like his shoulders.
But I'm saying
he's working out.
I think my
He's
point
toned.
was when he's wearing his normal clothes.
He looks sleek.
He looks
Yeah.
so much slimmer.
He looks
Yeah.
like a twink, is what you're saying.
He looks like a total beta.
He looks like a bottom. Right now, he's a top.
Oh my God! Can you imagine that man on top of you?
Ethan
just
Hawke
grabbing up on you.
Fucks hard.
Well, he has a kid. So
Have you seen Taking Lives? That scene with Angelina?
Yeah.
Shit's crazy.
It's a great movie.
This is a menacing look, though.
It
like,
really
this is
is.
a pretty menacing image.
Like, can you imagine playing Naughty Boy with that?
Yeah, I mean, this is the frown piece of the
Yeah,
mask.
he's clearly upset here.
Can we play Naughty Boy after this episode?
Yeah, we could
Sure.
test it out.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Do we ever see a live Naughty Boy? I don't think we do.
No, we don't. Sadly,
Yo, you ever just eat scrambled eggs with your fingers?
like every day.
Off the floor? What kind of beverage do you think that is?
Oh, it's a pop.
It looks like a
Soda pop?
lemon lime soda pop.
Yeah, because he always says, "I could bring you a soda if you like soda."
That's his little boy voice.
He does talk like
You're
that.
right.
Sometimes.
He does.
When he's not, because it's almost like Buffalo Bill. Kind of,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
where because he has this like, it puts the lotion in the basket or else it gets the hose again, and then just out of nowhere, it's like, or it does what it's told. That's crazy. I can't believe I'm just Santa Claus now.
You know what else is crazy? Jump scare. Boo. I got him. His eyebrows raised. Now, you want a Werther's? Oh, he's still fucking on there. Stop. I like how they eventually establish that, like, the grabber is clearly not getting sleep.
Yes. Well, because he doesn't like that Finn hasn't played Naughty Boy yet.
Yeah.
So eventually, though, Finn is going to play Naughty Boy because he's going to learn the combination.
Oh, that just went flaccid real quick.
He's going to learn the
Which is not accurate because Shane's dick is fucking powerful.
He's going to learn the
Yeah, it's a strong
combination
dick.
of the lock on the door, so he's going to try to escape. And then the grabber is going to drive his van into someone's lawn, tackle him, but yet no one is going to come outside to check.
Only in the 70s.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Pretty
talking about the one escape attempt?
Yeah.
With the slow motion crawl because
Yes.
he wasn't paying attention. He actually leaves the house and then he wakes up and actually does catch up to him extremely quickly. Mm-hmm. Like literally before he even leaves the block.
That's
and then
crazy.
no one's the wiser on that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Because he probably owns every single house.
He's got so much real estate.
I
With
like
all that
that.
money he makes from selling black balloons.
The fucking lock on the door, was that established? Like, is that from one of the boys?
It was the Paperboy's bike chain lock.
Oh, right.
That's how he
He
knows the
gives him,
code.
he gives him the code. Not the exact code, though.
But the
Yeah.
code.
When he talks to these kids, he does get like them in the room, which is I really wish they did not go this route, but they did go this route. And this guy's story, 'cause you just hear him, he's like his sister's like in love with this guy, but he was missing, and obviously he's dead. But he gets a call from Vance, and you get like Vance's random storyline where like he just like also just beating dudes up.
Yep.
Everyone's just beating dudes
So
up.
I actually have a question with Vance.
Vance Joy,
Yes.
Riptide.
Yes.
Lady.
No, because my question is the home he goes to where the police
Taken
drop
away
him off
from the dark.
is the home
I wanna
where the
be
bodies are
alive.
buried. But
I
like,
love
does that mean the
We're not
grabber
singing a song.
killed that guy's parents as well?
I didn't hear a word you said. I was singing Vance Joy.
I'm not repeating it because he gets dropped off at the house that she brings the police to, which is the house that everyone's getting buried in. But like, did that kid just live alone? Because isn't the idea that like when he went back to that house?
Maybe. I mean, like, how old are these kids? Like, probably like 14.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be, but like, they're making him to be like some kind of renegade.
Because, like, when he gets arrested here, the police clearly bring him to the house where all the bodies are buried.
Yeah.
So, are we to assume, A, the grabber was his dad? Or B, that the grabber was his next door neighbor and went and he was his first victim? But, like, I just assume the kid had to have had parents at some point. Actually, you know what? I'm looking at him and I'm seeing dead parents.
It's not that old, Shane. He probably just lives next door. But so it's the reason why I want to bring this is it's due to this I think revelation that the number is carved into him.
Yeah.
And then they go to that house, and that triggers her to say, okay, well, now I know where the grabber is.
Yes.
Or at least know where my brother is, because she, in this dream, was in the car with Vance.
Yeah.
It was weird because,
like I said, because they drop him off there.
Yeah, when he lived near the ugly tree.
With that weird ass.
They keep
tree.
showing the ugly tree throughout this film.
So if the bodies are buried in Vance's home, like, I don't know. It's kind of confusing.
Yeah.
Unless the grabber was his dad, or the grabber killed his parents, or he didn't have parents. Those are the only three explanations I could think of.
Matt, look that up. Is it the grabber Vance's dad?
Neighbor or dad? Like, I'm just
I'm gonna assume. I want to say neighbor. I don't think there's any connection.
No, I agree with that. I am more so, I guess, confused that, like, did Vance not have parents?
Yeah, it's also just like another. It's also another plot device. Like, at the end of the day, I did like the one part. Like, if I could say the only thing about the ghost was cool is because you see like him talk to the ghost, where the ghost of Vance randomly just like kicks nothing, and then you see that the kick is from kicking the gate open. To that house. Otherwise, I don't like the ghost element, but maybe that's just me.
It's very interesting.
It made me feel like this movie's really PG-13 and it's a rated R movie.
This movie's rated R?
I think so.
Nothing.
Maybe it's the theme of it.
Maybe the cursing.
Maybe the cursing.
There's a lot of cursing. There's also an axe to the head that you see
but
pretty
it's not
graphically.
like graphic. Like, you see the axe go in the back of the head and you see the blood splatter, but it's not like crazy. You know what I mean?
I feel like that wouldn't be in a PG-13 though.
I mean, faces used to melt back in the 80s on PG-13 movies, PG movies even.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Crazy times. All right. Let's kind of wrap this up with a little bow here, because now we're at the end of the movie. This is when Finn is going to have to fight off the grabber. But first, Max is going to come down.
Oh, yeah.
Max is going to be like, oh, my God. He is the grabber. Axe right to the back of the head, like we said earlier.
He's like, what's going on down here? Because he sees just like a random boy in a basement.
Yeah.
He's like, this wasn't here before.
Literally so dumb. But Max is going to get killed by his brother. The grabber is going to try to corner Finn. The Finn's going to bring him to the trap.
Oh, yeah. This is perfect execution. He actually, it's interesting because he hops over the trap. Like, it's like a flawless execution. It's like as if he was been thinking about this day down in this basement for weeks.
Yeah, very Home Alone, where everything is perfectly executed.
Yeah.
Despite being done by an 8-year-old.
8-year-olds know how to make traps. If I've learned anything from Hollywood, they're good at traps.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the grabber's going to fall through the hole, break his ankle, and then...
If you want to watch the whole scene again, why I think it's significant is one thing I did notice. If you look him in the hole, he actually takes off his mask, right?
Yeah.
And just look how he reacts to it. When he knocks his mask off. He's like, give me the mask.
You're right, because he basically has him.
He's like, this is his reaction,
he
ready?
has to hide his
He's
face.
like, oh.
Yeah, it's a bit corny. He literally lets him go because of it.
Yeah. And that's like, it's going back to that whole theme of like him feeling really ashamed about like what he does, but he does it anyway.
It's almost like when he has the mask on, it's not actually him.
Yeah, it's not him. It's like exposing his like with the mask off, it exposes him.
Yeah.
And with the mask on, he could do whatever he wants because he's not exposed.
So he chokes him with the phone cord, killing the grabber. While this is going on, the police are at the house across the street, finding all the bodies in the basement.
Very Silence of the Lambs.
Yep.
Very Saw 2.
Yep. Finn is going to walk out of the house. His sister's going to see him. They're going to have a loving hug of embrace. They're going to be happy to see each other. The police are going to be like, oh, he's actually next door. And the dad's like, I'll no longer beat you with a belt.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Yep. He's like, you can forgive like literally the ass whoopings I've been giving you for like years, right?
He literally murders the grabber.
Yes, he does.
This 14-year-old kid murders the grabber in the Home Alone trap in the basement.
Yep.
Set by all these kids that were kidnapped before him. Sounds like the movie makes this has been going on for a long time, but I feel like it really hasn't.
No, it seems like it's been going on for a couple of months.
Months, yeah.
Because he literally just grabs and murders like really fast. Because like these boys are so naughty.
Was there it was an open grave, right?
Yeah, that was gonna be for Finn.
Yeah.
I don't think with this going on, like, should there have been any, like, these kids are like walking home from school. Should there have been like a curfew or like some kind of
Absolutely.
community like rules put in place, some guidelines to
No, it's
follow?
Denver, Colorado. They don't have rules in Denver.
Especially in the 70s.
Yeah. Now Finn goes back to school and he is
Like,
the man.
He's like the fucking man. There's also this little like subplot, like
Like girl liked them before though too.
Yeah,
that's
she did,
true.
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. It was like, I don't know, maybe now he's got more confidence or
Yeah, he's
something?
got that swagger to him because he's killed a man.
She kind of felt bad for him. Now she's probably like, whoa, he's a badass. Like, but now every kid just like, whoa.
Whoa,
She's like, oh, look at this naughty boy.
yeah, he killed the grabber. He must have been the naughtiest of boys.
Also, I love how like the dog, what did you call it? Amelia?
Selma.
Call it Selma. The dog's name is Samson.
Was like blocking the door because it's like a fucking vicious killer dog. Finney just grabs a full steak. Where did he get that?
Oh, the fridge.
The fridge that he went
broke
into.
Oh, right. There's
Yeah,
a fridge
Vance's
down there.
whole storyline, no joke, is to get him into the fridge so he could feed the dog a steak at the end of the movie.
Okay. All right. Okay, yeah.
It
Makes
literally-
sense now.
It's absolutely right.
Yeah.
It's almost like he had a run in with that dog in his
Yep.
experience in the basement.
Yeah, so he knew to feed the dog a steak.
Yeah. No matter how angry a dog is, just feed it.
It's a fact.
Yeah,
though.
it's just the truth.
It'll,
Of the
it'll
animals.
love you forever.
So I attempted to look it up, and really, it's just a bunch of Reddit threads, just with theories. So there's really no,
don't
What's
listen-
a popular theory?
Don't listen
Is there
to
any
Redditors.
consensus
Like,
ones that
is
you
there
saw?
one you saw like a lot of?
I actually saw that he was the father of Vance.
Okay.
Quite a bit, and also another one that Vance got raped. Also,
That makes sense.
I just like the way I'm calculating it, like thinking about it, perceiving it. I don't know if this man could have been a father.
No, because no woman would want to be with him. But then again, he is thick.
there was also a theory. There was also a theory which I don't understand because they clearly disproved this. They said that there was two grabbers. One grabbed, one killed, or one tortured. Which I don't know if that.
Because people saw slim and thick,
People
and they
saw-
couldn't be one.
People saw Black Phone too, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Whoa, let's create some new theories."
Yeah, probably that too.
Can you read the synopsis? Is there even a summary out for Black Phone 2? I'm like really interested to see what this could possibly
I
be
know
about.
it said it was 2025.
Yeah, it's next year. And I'm sure it features the same kid in it. I'm just taking a guess because
I wonder if Ethan will be in it, like a reprise, maybe as a younger grabber.
I'm just like so over these like we need to make a second movie so we could do some backstory. I mean, like some of it's good, but like if it's like a heavy focus on backstory, like
Yeah, there's just no. The Black Phone is a perfect standalone movie.
I
It
just-
doesn't need.
You know
anything
what else was? The first Joker.
You have you seen
Correct.
Joker Folie à Deux?
I did.
Wait, you saw it?
Uh-huh.
How was it?
Fucking garbage.
how was Lady Gaga?
She's good in it. She's like it's a musical. Like literally no joke.
Yeah, no, I've heard.
And like she's obviously a good singer.
Yeah,
So she does fine. The movie is fucking dog shit though.
damn. I like the first.
Yeah,
one.
the first one's
I
good.
couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it.
So it really lived up to the hype of being dog shit.
So
Really bad.
it's being considered. It is being considered like the sequel rather than the prequel of it. But
So
Maybe-
no more Ethan. That's a shame.
Maybe Finn becomes the grabber.
so that's what. But there's no synopsis. Let me.
Imagine the second grabber is his father.
Oh,
Imagine it's his sister, and she doesn't do she does naughty girls now.
And
Okay.
the theory behind Vance getting raped was the fact that they said that that Vance took longer. So
Yeah, there's actually no
there's no like
no
synopsis.
there's no plot listed for Black Phone 2.
maybe it won't
And
happen.
It's not expected. It's in pre-production,
Oh, see,
and it's not expected till the end of next year. It may not even happen.
there's a chance it doesn't
Yeah.
happen. It's not needed.
I kind of hope so. I kind of hope it doesn't.
Yeah, I agree. I don't want it to happen.
I mean, Joker definitely didn't need to be made into a movie. They're so
So
beyond.
bad. It's so bad.
There's plenty of sequels
But
that didn't need
in
to
this
happen.
case, there is really no need for that.
Did we need a Sinister sequel? You think?
No, we didn't because I saw that movie and was not good.
Still need to see that. Maybe I'll watch that tonight.
Was not a fan. Yeah. All right. I guess let's go into our ratings reviews.
Yeah. Lady,
Honestly,
to the bridge.
You know what would have made that fucking song better? If it was sung by Grammy Award winning.
Oh, the Indie Darling.
Oh, Fat Joe?
Darlington. Yeah, Fat Joe. Yeah.
Pat Joe Talks on Stars.
yeah. All right. I'm going to give this movie a 6.
6.
Yeah, I liked it. Like, don't get me wrong. I just think it had a lot of things I didn't like about it.
Yeah.
But it's so well made, so well acted, and the story is very interesting. Like, you're interested in the grabber and like how Finn's going to escape. I do think it's a movie I would recommend people to watch, despite the flaws that I see in this movie. I like the setting of the 70s. I think it's very well done. I think everyone looks like time period appropriate and everything with what they wear. I don't know. Like, it's weird. It's a weird movie because I do really enjoy it, but I do think there's a lot of issues with it.
Right.
So I think a 6 out of 10 is kind of perfect.
Cool. So this movie's not at all what I thought it was going to be with like the whole fucking,
Yeah.
you know, fucking seeing the future and hearing dead children. That being said, some parts of this movie are just like off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when she hits that kid with a rock
And he should
and
be
he's
dead.
profusely bleeding, but instead she just like sits next to him and then never gets revisited. I think Ethan Hawke carries Finn, that kid. He's a good actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ghost shit. I'm with Brian. That didn't need it. His little Home Alone trap.
Okay.
The brother.
Yeah.
Like I get he does coke, but are you that dumb?
No, that's what I was saying earlier too. Yeah.
That being said, it was pretty thrilling. I'd call this movie a thriller more than a horror. It's got a good premise, plot, but I'm going to agree with you on a 6, maybe a decent to light 6. Could go much higher. Ethan Hawke carries, and he's thick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really struggled with rating this movie too because I was like between like the 6 and 7. I did land on a 7, but for much of the same reason like that you guys stated, the movie does come up short in like a lot of areas like that just must be called out. The ghost, like for a horror movie, it didn't feel scary, and I know it was more like giving him tips, but it just came off so odd in what was supposed to be a scary horror movie. It felt really unnecessary in the way that was executed. I do think that the plot devices of the sister psychic story could have been executed also much better. It just felt really forced to find a conclusion, which was good because I do like the ending of the movie. I do like the fact that he had houses on both sides of the street. I do like how that kind of came together. At the end of just getting there seemed very forced. But I would say Ethan Hawke is a hard carry. The kids are pretty good. The story is solid all around, but like the focal point of this mysterious killer is really cool in that time period of the late 70s, which is like serial killer alley. Kind of fits that mold really well. And like trying to interpret his background was like the fascinating part of this movie. So I like the intrigue. I am going very light 7 on it. And that is primarily due to the Ethan Hawke hard carry.
Hard carry. I wanted more of Grabber / Ethan.
Yeah.
His masks.
Awesome.
Like the different one.
Yeah, I liked them a lot.
One of the best parts of this movie.
All right. Now, Necronomicon talk. I think it's the grabber.
Well, it's between that or the Naughty Boys, yeah?
Or Max. But the Naughty Boys all die off screen. And I kind of don't like picking off screen death.
It's hard to because you don't see how they die.
So it's between Grabber and
Max.
Brother Grabber.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with Grabber.
Yeah, Grabber.
I don't really have a...
Grabber. I don't know if you even had a real name. Did he have a real name? Or was he just the grabber?
I like to call him Bendejo.
Okay, so Grabber. Some say you're the worst of the 70s serial killers. Because, like, everyone else had kind of their thing. Like, you know, you had Ted Bundy picking up hitchhikers or Dahmer picking up Filipino kids at the bar. You just kind of grabbed people in broad daylight, and you just happened to be in the city of Denver that no one cared about. Because I feel like you should have, even in the 70s, been caught. But I think your key to success, when you were so slim, they didn't see you coming. Until you sat in a chair and then got really thick.
Pop that shirt off.
The body disparity, it's wild. I've never seen anything like it. And I actually think the Necronomicon needed a body like that.
Great
Because
body.
we don't got bodies like that in the Necronomicon. So welcome to the club, bud. His bodies. It's a wonderland.
Fantastic body.
So that is The Black Phone. That is our second review of this beautiful month of November. And we're not going back to a Thanksgiving movie next week. No. We're doing The Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Who's Jane Doe, you might ask?
I never once asked that.
Yeah. A Jane Doe.
I think her name, the name Jane Doe, presents that question in itself.
Do you think her real name is Jane Doe?
No. What's a good, like, Salem witch name?
Tabitha.
It's actually not bad.
Yeah.
That was good. It's probably the best thing you've ever done.
Thank you.
Yeah. I got one too. Elsa?
That's a good one. Elsa's a very good
His
one.
was better. He's better than you.
Oh, what? That's crazy.
How about this one? Ready for this one?
Yeah.
Mary.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Eloise.
Eloise. I could see it.
Mhm.
It's gonna be these weird names though.
Yeah.
Mary, like Mary Elizabeth.
Mary Elizabeth, yeah. All right, well, that's...
Mary Beth Dunstan.
Spoiler, there's a witch in next week's movie.
Oh, no.
With that said, we are the final podcast signing off, and we will see you next week where we figure out if a girl is that white, can you actually perform an autopsy on her? Because she was really white.
Really white.
Like, so white.
The whitest.
Snow White.
Oh.
Kind of hot, though, yeah?
Well, you can tune in to www.thefinalpodcast.com for our content and weekly episodes of this show and Final Friday coming back now.
Drink it in, guys. You don't get that.
We're bringing it back.
That pose often.
We'll see you next week.